Hello, I'm Karla Schaffer.
And I'm Tracie Reynolds, filling in for Eric Roby. And this is Anne Arundel County Week in Review. Making headlines this week, County Executive John Leopold and local elected officials are urging the County Council to support proposed funding to build a new Severna Park High School. County Executive Leopold had this to say about the importance of funding the new school. The county has already begun the process of replacing this school, and any delay at this point could prove fatal to the prospect of beginning construction, given our current and projected revenue picture. The parents, teachers, and staff of this community are depending on our elected officials to follow through on their promises. Members of the state legislative delegation joined County Executive Leopold in supporting the project. Senator Ed Riley and Delegate Kathleen Vitale both served on the council and were instrumental in providing funding for the project. Almost $750,000 has already been appropriated or encumbered for the new high school, and along with Delegate Tony McConkey, Riley and Vitale have worked with state school construction officials in maintaining the combination of state and county money necessary to complete the work. County Executive Leopold has met with Council Chairman Dick Ladd, who indicated that he appreciated the strong support for the project and is aggressively working to garner the votes necessary to move the project forward. The fiscal year 2012 budget recommends $3.6 million for planning and design of the high school.
County Executive Leopold encourages job seekers to attend back-to-work seminars that start this week at multiple locations throughout the county. The county executive had this to say about the Back to Work initiative. The best way to land a job in this difficult economy is to have an edge that others do not have. These presentations, sponsored by the Workforce Development Corporation, give prospective employees the knowledge and tips they need to be successful. A total of 8 free seminars are being offered at the Arnold, Arundel Mills, and Glen Burnie Anne Arundel Career Centers, as well as the West County Library, featuring employment strategies for industry professionals in fields such as information technology, medical, and hospitality. Seminar topics include resume writing, interviewing skills, networking, and federal job application process. The events will all culminate on Wednesday, May 25th, with the Fort Meade Community Job Fair, which will feature 87 employers. Job fair employers will be offering entry to senior-level positions in information technology, healthcare, military support, professional services, food service and transportation, telecommunications, business management, human services, office administration, and sales. To find out more or register for an event, call 410-777-1824 or go to www.aawdc.org.
And if you tuned into last week's show, you may remember our in-studio guests were Kathleen Koch, Executive Director for Anne Arundel Community Development Services, and one of her clients who recently purchased a new home with the assistance received from ACDS. Anyone interested in home ownership and current homeowners are encouraged to attend the annual Housing Expo, which will be held at Marley Middle School on this Saturday, May 21st. County Executive Leopold encourages residents of the county to attend, stating, "The Housing Expo is a great place to learn about the path to home ownership and the programs available to assist buyers. Counselors help citizens to prepare financially for buying a home or avoiding mortgage foreclosure. Many people who never thought they could afford a home have successfully purchased a home with the assistance of this annual event and the services offered through ACDS. The expo will be held from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Marley Middle School, located at 10 Davis Court in Glen Burnie. It features exhibits, workshops, information about financial assistance programs, and activities for children. In addition, attendees will have a chance to talk with housing counselors, lenders, and realtors, as well as nonprofit housing agencies about the home buying process and the products and services available to Anne Arundel County residents. Housing counselors will also be on hand to provide a free credit report and assist anyone who may be having trouble paying their mortgage or facing foreclosure. Anne Arundel Community Development Service is a private nonprofit corporation established in 1993 by Anne Arundel County to create and retain affordable housing opportunities within the county. This is a free event and is open to all citizens of the county. For more information, please call 410-222-7600.
In this week's Hot Topics, the Anne Arundel County Fire Department responded to 1,375 calls for service. This included more than 1,070 emergency medical calls and 103 fire calls. One incident this week caused quite a scare for a Glen Burnie resident when he discovered smoke in his residence, while a second incident caused significant rush hour delays in the Annapolis area when a vehicle left the roadway, overturned, and trapped the driver. With us now to tell us more about these incidents is Division Chief Michael Cox of the Anne Arundel County Fire Department. Chief?
Thanks, Karla. The first incident occurred around 10:20 p.m. on Monday, May 16, 2011. At this time, Anne Arundel County firefighters responded to a reported dwelling fire in the 7800 block of Lamar Road in the Marley area of the county. The first unit to arrive on the scene reported smoke coming from a two-story single-family dwelling. At that time, an interior fire attack was initiated by the first arriving crews. In all, it took 24 firefighters about 15 minutes to bring the incident under control. The fire, which originated in the laundry room of the home, was being ruled accidental and was attributed to a malfunctioning appliance. In another incident, county firefighters responded to a reported early morning accident on Tuesday, May 17, 2011. This incident occurred just before 7 a.m. when firefighters received a call for an accident on Route 50 near Cape St. Clair Road in the Annapolis area of the county. The first units to arrive on the scene reported a single vehicle rollover accident with entrapment. Firefighters were able to quickly free the trapped occupant. The female patient suffered minor injuries as a result of the incident and was transported Priority 3 via ground ambulance to Anne Arundel Medical Center in Annapolis to be evaluated for her injuries. Karla?
Thanks, Chief. Law enforcement officials advised that the accident caused significant backups on Route 50 in both directions, as well as corresponding secondary roadways that were utilized to avoid the accident area.
And there's more Weekend Review to come. Take a look at the community calendar for what is happening around the county. Stay with us. We will be right back.
Hey, Gordy. Hey, Couch.
Whoa, somebody stop the ride.
I'm going to the farmer's market. Want to come?
Gee, Cornelia, I don't feel so good.
You'd feel better if you ate fresh, healthy food from the farm, like peaches or watermelon.
Sweet.
I've never eaten a real peach before.
Well, let's go. Look, there's all sorts of yummy stuff to eat at your local farmer's market. What's the matter, guys?
How do you open the wrapper?
It's cool.
It's
Sweet.
fresh from the farm.
Let's eat. Let's go to a farm.
Welcome back. In today's Police Beat, Public Information Officer Justin Mulcahy joins us to talk about a reported burglary in West County. Justin?
When officers arrived on scene, they spoke with a 39-year-old female victim who advised that she was awoken to the sound of someone trying to make a forced entry into her home. The victim observed the suspect standing inside of her home near the front door. At that time, the suspect fled the scene on foot in the direction of Morgan Station Road. No property was reported to be taken from the residence at this time. Several officers canvassed the area but were unable to locate the suspect. Right now, through the investigation, the suspect is being described as a male, race unknown at this time, approximately 5 feet 7 inches tall with a medium build, last seen wearing all black clothing, black gloves, also wearing a black ski mask. Folks, we're going to move on to our second incident now. That took place on April 16th. That's when detectives from Northern District's PACT unit, that stands for Police and Community Together, they concluded an investigation into drug activity in the Brooklyn Park area of Anne Arundel County. Around 10:30 in the morning, Northern PACT detectives, with the assistance of the Special Operations Section, they executed what's known as a no-knock narcotics search warrant. This was at 233 West Edgevale Road in Brooklyn Park. The search warrant resulted in 2 arrests and detectives seizing heroin, drug paraphernalia, also money, and a 1994 Toyota truck. As a result of the operation, detectives seized 23 capsules of heroin, estimated at about 7.8 grams, with a street value around $2,000. They also seized $500 in cash, more specifically, paraphernalia, and the aforementioned Toyota truck. Suspects arrested in this case: Justin James Banky, age 30, of 233 West Edgevale Road in Brooklyn Park. He was charged with possession with intent to distribute CDS heroin, also possession of CDS heroin, and possession of CDS paraphernalia, 2 counts. The second suspect arrested was Jennifer Ann Painter, age 25, of the same address, 233 West Edgevale Road in Brooklyn Park. That suspect was arrested on a violation of probation warrant. Now, folks, as always, if you have any information on any crimes or suspects mentioned on the show, don't hesitate to call, email, or text your tip to Metro Crime Stoppers hotline. It's available 24 hours a day, toll-free at 1-866-7-LOCK-UP, or you could text message MCS plus your message to CRIMES. That's 274-637. Your third option, visit the website at www.metrocrimestoppers.net. Remember, phone calls not recorded and callers remain anonymous. You might even be eligible for a cash reward of up to $2,000.
Thank you, Justin. We hope someone with information will see this report and call with a tip.
Well, the Anne Arundel County Department of Health will increase its fee for certified copies of birth certificates from $20 to $30 effective June 1, 2011. The change is due to a state of Maryland fee increase for birth certificates. This is the first increase since June 2003, when county fees for a birth certificate were raised from $10 to $20 as a result of state legislation. In 2010, the Department of Health's Vital Records Office issued more than 8,500 certified copies of birth certificates. Copies of certificates for anyone born in Maryland after 1942 can be obtained by visiting the Vital Records Office in the Health Services Building that's located at 3 Harry S. Truman Parkway in Annapolis. The office is open Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. except holidays and state service reduction days. Anyone requesting a certificate is required to fill out an application and present a current valid photo ID card. The average application process time is 15 minutes. The Vital Records Office accepts cash or checks made payable to the Controller, Anne Arundel County. The $30 fee is non-refundable for each copy provided. For more information, call the Vital Records Office at 410-222-4462 or visit www.aahealth.org/birthcertificates.
In this week's Community Spotlight, Marina Hardy from Constituent Services is at the Cape St. Clair Strawberry Festival, where she is joined by community leader Mary Lamb. Marina.
We're here today at Cape St. Clair's lovely Maine Beach, and I'm here with Mary Lamb, who puts on the annual Cape St. Clair Strawberry Festival. Welcome, Mary.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Great. And Mary, you are also an Anne Arundel County employee.
Yes,
right?
I am. I've been employed with the county for about 26 years.
Wow, that's great. What do you do currently?
I work in traffic engineering, and right now I'm working on a project, County Executive Security Street Lighting Program.
Fantastic. Can you tell us a little bit more about the program?
Sure. The county executive initiated a program when he came in to help people in areas that needed security lighting.
Okay.
So we are installing new street lights in areas identified by the police.
Fantastic. So keeping all of our communities a safe and great place to live.
Yes, we're trying.
Great. And the Cape St. Clair Strawberry Festival, when will that be held this year?
June 11th, Saturday, June 11th. We have a rain date of June 12th, but we're hoping not to have to use it.
Great. So do people show up at the beach at any time, or?
Well, actually, we start with the parade at the firehouse. That's at 10 o'clock, and then that leads them down here to the main beach where we're at today.
Fantastic. And is it free for families, or what's the cost associated?
Yeah. There's no cost to enter the festival, but basically the festival is put on to help different community groups like Girl Scouts and Boy Scouts to raise money for themselves. So each of the stands, they raise money for themselves by selling like food or playing games and things like that. But we do have a lot of free events inside.
Fantastic. What do community groups come out for the parade, or who's involved in the parade?
Yes, the community groups come out. The Girl Scouts will dress up. The Boy Scouts, they'll have different like floats and things. This year we have the Berries Dog Contest. Typically we have a Berries Baby where you dress up your babies. We have a decorated bike contest, and then we have the Princess Contest. It's a princess, a junior princess, and a littlest princess. And then we also have the Berries Dog Contest, as I said, this year, where people will be dressing their dogs and walking in the parade.
Oh, fantastic. So if you need more information on either entering your princess or your puppy into the parade, where should they go for more information?
Well, if you get the Caper, which is our newsletter, you could find that in there, the application in there. You could call me. My number, it's 410-757-0593, or else you could go on our website, which is www.cscia.org.
Fantastic. I was here last year and I saw a lot of the little princesses in their little strollers, all dressed to the nines in their strawberry outfits. It was very cute.
The parents do go all out when they dress them up. Everybody gets a trophy. Everybody wins, as far as we're concerned. Anybody that takes the time to enter is a winner.
Yes, and everybody that shows up at the festival too. It was a great time last year.
Yes, it is. It's a good time. It's been going on for many years, actually since the 50s.
Oh, wow. How did it start?
That I can't answer. I guess it was just what I understand, a bunch of people, at that time moms didn't usually work, so I think they had women's groups and they got together and started it. It used to be a 2-day festival, but now, since we don't have as many volunteers, 1 day is all we can do.
Well, that's fantastic to keep the tradition going on some 60 years later.
Yes, it is.
It's a great event.
It is a great event. We really enjoy it.
And is the whole greater Anne Arundel County community invited, or?
Sure. This is 1 day actually that the beach is open to everybody in Anne Arundel County, because typically the beach is closed only to residents, but yes, anybody can come.
So a great opportunity to come down and see some great sights and take in some fun activities then.
It is, and we have crafters. We line the streets with crafters. I think we've got like 50 crafters coming this year, and the canine dogs, Anne Arundel County will be bringing their canine dogs out this year. Recycling will be here, and we have like free moon bounces and things like that. It'll be a good time.
Great. Well, thank you so much for all you do for the county and your community, and look forward to seeing you at the Strawberry Festival.
Thank you. I look forward to seeing you too.
Thank you, Mary.
Now that looks like a sweet festival. Thank you, Marina. And the Anne Arundel County Forestry Division encourages landowners to participate in the county's reforestation program. The county has funds which are collected under certain circumstances to offset tree clearing that takes place during development. These funds are available to reforest privately owned properties at no expense to the landowner. However, the reforested area must be placed in a protective conservation easement. The benefits of reforestation include reducing impacts on stormwater runoff and erosion, provide wildlife habitat, filters pollutants from air, soil, and water, and enhances property values. County forestry staff will work with interested landowners to develop a reforestation plan, hire a contractor to implement the plan, supervise plantings, monitor the survival of plantings for a period of 2 years, and replace plantings that do not survive. Interested landowners should contact the forestry section of the Anne Arundel County Department of Inspections and Permits at 410-222-7441 for more information.
Mary Felter, Public Information Officer for the Department of Aging and Disabilities, joins us with another scam warning targeting seniors. Mary?
Thank you, Karla. Today I'm welcoming back Pam Toomey, who is the coordinator for a grant program we have at the office. And I asked her to come because she's running the Living Well program. Welcome to the program.
Hi, Mary. Thank you. Nice to be here.
Last week when I interviewed someone from the department, it was concerning a scam, and they were using the term Living Well, and it was really not the thing that anyone should get involved in. It involved sending money in with a promise to receive money back, and it was definitely a scam. So I wanted you to come and talk about what is the Living Well, actually, what is that program?
Thank you. Yeah, actually the Living Well program is not a scam, and if anybody calls and asks for money, it certainly is not our Living Well program. Our Living Well program is sponsored by the Department of Aging and is a completely free program. We do not go out and solicit people to participate in our program. It's a completely voluntary program, and it's a free 6-week workshop. There's absolutely no money required.
And what exactly, it's called Living Well with Chronic Conditions. What kind of chronic conditions are we talking about here?
Well, actually we hold the workshop for a variety of chronic conditions, and it's open to adults, actually age 18 and older, and anyone with a chronic condition can come. It benefits all different types of chronic conditions, such as high blood pressure, heart disease, even obesity, anxiety, depression. We've had folks with Parkinson's disease come to the class. We've had some folks with MS. So any sort of chronic condition is welcome in the class.
And I understand the workshop is going to be coming up in June. What is the program set up for that?
Yes, actually, we're wrapping up 2 workshops right now. We're doing one, finishing one up at the Pascal Senior Center, and we're actually conducting one up at a church in Hanover, Maryland as well. We're getting ready to start a new series of workshops in June, actually June 21st. We're going to start a new workshop at the Annapolis Senior Center, and that's going to be held on Tuesday mornings from 9:30 to noon. Wonderful program. Again, we teach adults how to handle all the different symptoms that are associated with chronic conditions. And we find that no matter what the chronic condition is, whether it's high blood pressure or heart disease or obesity, that a lot of the symptoms are the same, because no matter what the chronic condition is, people experience the same symptoms such as isolation and frustration and fatigue and depression. So we give you all the tools and teach you how to manage those symptoms so that you really can take charge of your life again.
Is it taught as a lecture, or how do you all try to get this information across?
It's actually, we have 2 facilitators that teach the class, but it's a highly participative class. So people learn from each other, they share ideas, and the class actually becomes more of a support group than a lecture.
And you're going to start this in June 21st. How about July 5th? I understand you're not going to have a class at that particular time because of the holiday?
Exactly. So we're going to hold the class every Tuesday for actually 6 weeks, but we won't have it the week of July 5th. Because of the holiday. So we'll actually go a week longer, and I think that session ends August the 2nd. And then after that, we actually will be starting a couple new workshops, and we're actually going to be holding some workshops at Anne Arundel Medical Center in one of their new buildings there at the Health Science Pavilion. So we're going to be starting those in the summer and then actually through the fall as well.
I understand it's what they call a evidence-based program. Can you explain what evidence-based means?
Sure. This program was actually developed by Stanford University, Stanford's Education Patient Center, and along with Kaiser Permanente. They conducted a 5-year study with over 1,000 random patients. And what happened at the end of it is the people that took this program that went through the 6-week workshop had some really good positive results. And the evidence proved that the people that took the workshop and stayed the course improved their health behaviors, they continued to exercise, they continued to use good forms of communication with their family members and physician, their overall health improved, and most important, they experienced less trips to the doctor and less trips to the emergency room.
I think that's probably the most important part, is they're feeling much better as well.
Absolutely. And they measured the patients at 3 months, 6 months, and a year, and still at a year outside of the program, they were experiencing overall better health and less trips to the doctor. Because the program really teaches people how to manage their chronic conditions and gets them to feel better.
So where did the department get the funds to do this? Because nowadays we're all worried about funding. Where did the grant money come from? Do you know?
Yeah, actually it came from the stimulus fund, and actually it was the Maryland Department of Aging, the state, that received the funds, and then the funds trickled down to all the counties. So that's how we have received the monies, and we've just had some tremendously good results with our participants that have taken the class. So
that's the only money that's involved, and it's not any money that people should be thinking they're going to get through this scam. If someone gets a phone call and tells them that they should be sending money via Western Union, give them their cell phone number so they can get called when the money comes back to them. What are you telling people to do?
Well, we're telling them to immediately report it to the Department of Aging, and they can call the Senior Medicare Assistance Line, or SHIP, as a lot of people know that. So they can call the Department of Aging right away at 410-222-4464. And if there's any questions about my program, and again, my program does not require any money, that's all been taken care of by state funding. My number is 410-222-4366 at the Department of Aging.
And do you have an email if anyone wants to contact you that way?
I sure do. My email is agtoom88 at Anne Arundel County. That's aacounty.org. So again, agtoom, TOOM, 88 at aacounty.org.
Well, thank you very much for coming on the program and trying to help us straighten up the difference between the Living Well scam and the Living Well program, which is helping people with chronic conditions to remain healthy.
Thank you, Mary. It's been a pleasure to be here today.
This is Mary Felter, Public Information Officer for the Anne Arundel County Department of Aging and Disabilities for Anne Arundel Week in Review. Back to you, Karla.
Thank you, Mary.
Any other news going on around the county that you know of?
I don't know. No big news. I don't
you have anything with OEM? You have a sheltering.
We do. We have a sheltering exercise. It's coming up in June 17th. It's going to be at Arundel High School, And we're testing our shelter operations for the county.
That's great, and that's always something that when you need it, you need it to be working,
right?
And you need to have all of your plans and your programs in place so that you can just get that
really
going right away. It's very
we'll
important.
have different representatives from the various county agencies there, and so we're going to kind of have a scenario. I'm not going to reveal what it is, but we'll go through the exercise as it's unfolding, kind of.
Good. And those exercises, I know, take a lot of planning, a lot of work, so they're very time-consuming. Well, that's great. Well, good luck with that.
Thank you.
I hope to hear more about it afterwards.
I'm sure you will.
Maybe we can have Week in Review cameras get out there. And that wraps up this week's edition of Week in Review. You can watch this episode online anytime at www.aacounty.org. Archived episodes are available at blip.tv and YouTube. You can also subscribe to the free video podcast at iTunes. Please tune in again next week for more highlights and news from around the county. We'll see you next time.